Hey everyone, I'm Infinite, and you're watching Medical Careers That You Did Not Know About, where we break down real opportunities that help you build your future in healthcare without a stethoscope or a medical degree. Today, we're going to be talking about a career that is critical to the financial side of healthcare: medical collections and insurance denials. And if you're wondering what hospitals actually, excuse me, if you're wondering how hospitals actually get paid or what happens when insurance claims denied, this is where it all happens. And in this episode, we will be giving you a walkthrough on what this job looks like, the tools that you will need, how to get started, and why it is one of the most secure and overlooked careers in the healthcare finance. And if you're looking to go deeper, you're going to be sure to click the link below to check out the full PDF guide that I've created. It is very detailed. It is beginner friendly and packed with full of resources. It is packed full of resources to help you get started on your journey in being in the medical collection field. Once again, click the description below. So let's get started on your journey.
Step into the world of infinite intelligence, where knowledge meets entertainment and brilliance. You'll find the answers to life's greatest questions. With every video, we spark new obsessions. Infinite intelligence, we're here to elevate. Unlock your mind and let the wisdom resonate. We dive into the depths of the universe unknown. Infinite intelligence and knowledge is our own.
All right. So, welcome to this comprehensive guide to building a new rewarding career in medical collections and healthcare finance. In this presentation, we'll explore how you can navigate the complex world of insurance denials, develop essential skills, and discover lucrative career paths in this growing field. Whether you're new to healthcare or transitioning from another industry, this guide will provide you with the knowledge and resources you need to succeed in the field that offers stability, high demand, and exceptional growth potential. All right. So, what is medical collections? All right, and I broke it down into four spaces of what it is. Medical collections is payment recovery, all right, which includes tracking, managing, and recovering payments owed to healthcare providers from both the insurance company and the patient, all right. And that can look like two different things in two different types of settings. I cannot stress that enough. All right. Secondly, we have claims management, reviewing unpaid claims, identifying reasons for non-payment, and submitting corrections and appeals to secure proper reimbursement. Next, we have communications, integrating with insurance representative, and I say integrating, interacting with insurance representatives, patients, and healthcare providers to resolve payment disputes and clarify billing questions. Financial record keeping, maintaining detailed documentation of all billing activities, payment history, and appeal outcomes for compliance and reference. All right. So once again, if you're in a physician setting, that might look different. If you're in a hospital setting, that will look different as well. Okay. So, understanding insurance denials. And these are not all of the insurance denials. There are so many different types of insurance denials. It's funny. There's so many different things that can prevent a claim from paying. But you might not come across all those things all at once. It's a learning process in itself. I cannot stress that to you enough. When I started my journey working at the hospital, it took me about, not knowing anything, it took me maybe a year and a half to get it, in up to 2 years to really get it. But there's so much to learn, and you have to have an open mind with learning it, meaning you're not going to know everything. But the things that I'm about to go over are very essential in your knowledge of the things that you do need to know. So, common denial reasons. One of the, these are just some things that can prevent the claim from paying, which is missing and incorrect patient information, invalid CPT and ICD-10 codes, a lack of prior authorization, medical necessities not established, timely filing deadlines have exceeded, coordination of benefit issues. All right. And we can put those denials, like I said, they're not all of them, but just subject to, in a soft and hard denial category. Soft denials are classified as temporary rejections that can be corrected or resubmitted, such as requests for additional documentation or minor information errors. Hard denials will be under this a different category, which is defined as final rejections that cannot be easily corrected or appealed, such as non-covered services or services provided outside the provider network without authorization. So if a claim did not get prior authorization before it was billed, or if a claim got the wrong CPT code, the wrong procedure code on the claim, so authorization was given for a CPT that was not billed on the claim, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing. Authorizations have timely filing as well. A lot of times, there's nothing you can do about it. So you will understand and come to know those things. So understanding the specific reasons behind each denial is crucial for determining the appropriate follow-up action and maximizing recovery potential. You want to know when you're, what they say, beating a dead horse. You need to know when you're doing that. You need to know when to pivot to the next thing. You need to know, when I say pivot to the next thing, if it needs to be written off, whatever the next, whatever the procedures are when you identify those denials. All right. So we're not going to get too deep into that, but that's just like a quick overview. Essential tools for success: practice management systems, specialized software, such as the ones that are listed, which will, help with scheduling, billing, and collection workflow. All right, electronic healthcare systems, which is basically the digital system that stores the patient's medical records, information, and crucial verified medical necessities and supporting documents. And your spreadsheet trackers, which is good for monitoring, tracking appeal denials, and documenting collection efforts. So, and one more thing, appeal templates, standardized letter formats for different payers designed to address specific denial reasons for appropriate supporting arguments. All right. So depending on where you look at, all this is going to look different. I work out of a billing system at work. That's one of the systems. So, but we have a billing system. We have a notation system. We have a system that's kind of like the patient's account system. Then you have another system that's a medical record system. So you're dealing with about 5 or 6 systems. That's why, like in the last video, I put that you're going to have dual monitors, because there's no way you can be in all these systems on one screen moving forward. Okay. So that goes into what type of skills do you need to succeed at something like this. All right, the first thing I'm going to tell you is if you're a passive person, this is not a passive person position. Okay, anytime you're dealing with money, anytime you're dealing, I have to stress this, anytime you're dealing with money, I don't care whose money it is, it could be the charity's money, the church's money. I don't want to say the church's money, but to a degree, yeah. Anytime you're dealing with money, you're there has to be some type of sense of urgency. You know, if you owe somebody, it's urgent. You pay these people back on time. You don't know what and who and what you are preventing from not paying. But in this case, I'm speaking about, the insurance companies. Insurance companies will do whatever they can to have all these stall tactics to not make these payments on these claims, and it's legal for them to do that. So that's the whole point of collection follow up. You got to see what's going on with these claims. We need these payments, but you can't be passive about it. And when I say passive, like, to me, you need to make at least one phone call, definitely, to the payer. When I was coming up, in my learning process, you definitely need to make a call. You don't need to just check the website, you know, every 30 days. That's not good, because there's so many things that can prevent. There are so many things that just from checking the website that's not going to show you. I can't tell you how many times, the website might tell you something's pending, and it's not pending. Matter of fact, it's got other things going on with it. But that's why you need to make a call. You need to make a assertive call. And I'm just saying assertive because I would say a call is being assertive, comparing it to looking online, which I would consider passive. You need to make a call and find out what's going on. But in the midst of that, definitely need to know what you're talking about, okay? So that involves critical thinking, analyzing denial patterns, and developing strategic solutions. All right. I just said this. Communication, clearly interacting with insurance representatives, and patience. The last thing you want to do is call up to an insurance company and not know what you're talking about. That's not what you want to do. So make sure you have all your ducks in a row. I should have came up with different scenarios, but that might be in a whole different video regarding what type of scenarios you're going to encounter with insurance companies when you're doing a follow-up. Or if you're happen to be dealing with a patient or whatnot, because depending on where you work in the setting, you might have to deal with patients as well. All right, paying attention to detail, spotting coding errors and documentation gaps, and not even coding and documentation apps. There's some gaps. There's so many other things that you need to pay attention to. Did this claim deny? I used this example in the last video. Did this claim deny because there was another encounter on the same date of service and they need to be linked? Just it's so many different things. Is it missing a GO condition code? Is it, and you might not be a biller or a coder to know that, but you need to understand and know certain things regarding these claims. It's like keys. You gotta have the right keys for the claims. I want to say it like that. Codes and keys. All right, and organization, managing multiple claims and denial effectively. I said denials, deadlines effectively. All right, so you definitely want to know, like I said, went over this earlier, the timely filing guidelines, the guidelines to making reconsiderations, the guidelines for appeals, and deadlines for them. Guidelines and deadlines. I meant to say deadlines, but you definitely need to know both. All right. Success in medical collections require a blend of analytical ability and interpersonal skills. Additionally, knowledge of HIPAA regulations and medical coding systems, such as the ICD-10 and CPT, will significantly enhance your effectiveness and marketability in these fields, making professionals develop specialized skills through the job training and continuing education. Okay, so education and training paths. Now, what does this look like if you're just starting out? You're just getting out of high school. Get out of high school. There are associate's degrees that you can get, and there definitely are certification programs that will assist you in your journey if you do not, have any experience. All right, let me take some water. You also have professional certifications that are out there. There are online programs out there, online organizations out there where you can get your coding, billing, and other degrees to go along with this path. All right, you can also do continuing education through industry webinars and advanced training. And when I speak about this formal education, professional certification, and continuing education, that information is in my full PDF guide that is once again highly detailed, beginner friendly, and a pack full of resources. Click the link below. Okay? While formal education isn't always required for entry level positions, specialized training and certifications can significantly accelerate your career progression and increase your earning potential. Many professionals start with certification programs through community colleges or online platforms before pursuing more advanced credentials. All right, so you can definitely start somewhere. So, and once again, this is not set in stone what your career path will be entering into the medical collections field. All right. Because like I said, mine looked different. I went from well, my whole I'm not even gonna go through my whole financial career, but by the time I transitioned from all the things in finance, whether it's underwriting, whether it's collections, with everything that has the whole cycle of finance, um, I started from the bottom, going into healthcare, being a correspondent specialist, then going to a collector, then going into validation, then going into billing, now going into coding. You get what I'm saying? So it's a whole journey. It's a whole journey. And even with that, above that is auditor, compliance, all those different type of things. Like I'm a credentialing specialist certification. So whatever you would like to do. So we have an entry levels such as in like I said in medical collections could be considered entry level and could not be. It just depending on where you work at. Like I said, um, but we have that as entry level and a billing assistant. Mid level we have denial management specialist and revenue cycle analyst. We have advanced, which is supervised billing, accounts records manager, and then we have the revenue cycle director and healthcare finance executives. But like I said, I have more detailed uh, guide in the description below. Medical collections is not just a job, it's a gateway to diverse healthcare finance careers. Many financial professionals also transition to related roles like credentialing specialists, certified professional coders, or practice managers with experience. You can move into leadership positions overseeing entire revenue management departments. All right. So, what does this look like when you're dealing with the claim? A lot of times when you're billing out a claim, you're depending on whether you're primary or secondary. The claim is either sent by itself or sent with medical records. It's sent with the EO. Well, it can't if it's going out primary. It doesn't have EOB. But if it's going out secondary, it has it EOB, which is explanation of benefits attached. but you're going to review the denial. Examine the EOB or ERA to identify the specific reason for the denial using payer specific denial codes on the explanations. So on the explanation of benefits, on the quote unquote, we call it a remit, it will let you know what the details of the denial. Does it always give you like the most detailed thing regarding what's going on with the denial? No. That takes time to learn and interpret. All right, so that goes back to what I said about always being open to learning. Okay. Gathering documentation, collect relevant medical records, prior authorizations, and supporting documentations to build cases for payments. Meaning, let me think of a scenario. I can even this claim denied due to saying authorization uh, was absent, but we have an authorization on file and it's the right authorization. You need to type up a letter of reconsideration and submit it to the payer, either through payer portal or however they have you submit it, and and that right there, it would need medical records, but that's a form of documentation. Just typing up the letter, you have you have your information in front of you, um, gathering up information to submit for your reconsideration. All right. So next, and that me saying that gathering documentation and submitting for your reconsideration goes into the next thing, which is corrections and appeals. So, and you're going to learn this in your career. You have reconsiderations and appeals, and you have corrected claims that can be submitted. So, depending on the scenarios, because there's a lot of them, it's going to be depending on what your corrective action is to take for what's going on with that claim. And submit and track. Send the appeal following payer guidelines, documenting submission dates, and monitoring the response within the expected time frames. So, and we're going to go over what that looks like. So, also, you need to be following up and escalated when needing to. It's necessary to contact the payer for updates and prepare for second level appeals and external reviews if initial appeal is denied. And yeah. All right. And like I said, we're about to go over all of this. Or is that in my detailed one? Yep, that's in my detailed one. I'm sorry. But I'll make another video of that. So what does the salary look like? I have this graph. It goes over in detail. But like I said, it is subject to change, be higher or lower. You all can see that. Okay. So next, it says the job market for medical collection professionals continue to expand. The growing opportunities for remote and hybrid working arrangements. According to the industry forecast, employment in healthcare business operations is expected to grow 18% over the next decade, significantly faster the average than the average of all occupations. All right. So let me get some water. We got to the 20-minute mark. I need some water. So how are you going to get started? You need to build a foundation. And how do you do that? By taking introductory course in revenue cycle management and medical billing fundamentals to understand healthcare and the financial ecosystem. Focus on learning the basic medical terminology, insurance concepts, and billing processes. And I can't stress all that enough. And you definitely, if you don't move, you can't move forward with anything else if you do not have your foundation. All right. And abbreviations. You want to get familiar with your abbreviations. Like I said earlier, COB, EOB, um, and knowing that when I say EOB, that can also be known as a remit as well. Okay. Next, we have developing technical skills, learning fundamental coding systems such as the ICD-10, CPT, and familiarize yourself with common practice management software through online tutorials or community college courses. Many software companies offer free demo versions or practices. This if if you've already familiar with systems and this and that, I'm pretty sure that this is not definitely going to be not a difficult task right here. Obtaining certifications, consider pursuing the certified revenue cycle specialist credential or other relevant credentials to demonstrate that you have your commitment and expertise to potential employers. And gaining experience. Apply for entry level positions at small clinics, specialty practices, or billing companies where you can gain hands on experience. These environments often provide more comprehensive training and exposure to various aspects of the revenue cycle. All right. So, successful medical collection professionals rely on well organized templates and tracking tools to manage their workflow efficiently. These resources help standardize processes, ensuring compliance with payer requirements and maximizing reimbursement potential. We've included a downloadable version of this tool in the accompanying PDF guide. All right. And I thought I put in what the follow up. That's what I was gonna say earlier. What the follow up schedule looks like, but I'll have that information in another video when we get more in depth in what collections looks like. Okay. And like I said, that's also in the PDF. And why might this career might be perfect for you? It has stability and growth. The healthcare industry continues to expand, creating consistent demand for revenue cycle professionals, even during economic downturns. With experience, you can advance and specialize roles in significantly higher compensation. Work flexibility. Many positions offer remote and hybrid arrangements, making this field ideal for those seeking work life balance. The structured nature of the work also allows consistent scheduling in most organizations. Problem solving satisfaction. Each now claim represents a puzzle to solve, offering intellectual stimulation and the satisfaction of recovering revenue that supports healthcare delivery. Your work directly impacts the financial health of healthcare organizations, and accessibility entry point with relatively low barriers to entry compared to clinical roles. Medical collections provides an excellent pathway into healthcare for career changers, administration professionals, or those returning to the workforce. All right. So I hope that this presentation has helped you in some kind of way, shape, or form, and your curiosity, or possibly turning point decision in your new career path, such as this. Like I said earlier, the PDF guide will be in the description below. It is more detailed. It has a lot more information that it goes over. Um, legal frameworks, the processes, regulation, communications, compliances, strategies, resources, metrics, all of that. It's 20 pages, you all. It's 20 pages, so it's definitely will help you in your journey in starting this career. So let's see here. Medical collections and denial management might not be flashy, but they are powerful roles. These roles are in demand and offer room to grow and give you a front seat to how healthcare really works. If you're looking for a stable career with strong income potential, a clear learning path, and the option to work remotely, this might be your lane. Now, don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful, and make sure you subscribe for more career guides just like this one. And if you're ready to get serious, make sure once again you click the link in the description below. If you need a more detailed career guide and you're serious about changing your future. This is Infinite Intelligence. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Also, let's go over once again what we learned in this video before we go. What did we learn? We understood what medical collections really involves. We learned the step-by-step process. We provided a clear career path with entry-level access. I gave an introduction that is to a remote-friendly roles. I also went over the salary expectations and growth potential. We spoke about the tools, the templates, and real life skills that you will need for this position, and confidence to explore a non-clinical path in healthcare. You all have a good one. Bye.